Good morning, everybody. Starting off with our coffee chat a little bit later than I plan on doing these in the future, but just as you know, with the first episode of anything, there's a lot of setup that goes into it. Been running around, running some errands, dropped my girl off at school, and then picked her right back up after a short class. I'm on a hard stop today. We're going to have to stop in probably about 40 minutes or so, which is okay because I think these segments are going to be less than an hour. These are kind of just chill, wake up, have some coffee together, chat about whatever gaming news there is out there. And this is going to be game industry wide. Obviously, we play a lot of World of Warcraft and other games like Disney Speedstorm and things on the channel, but I'm also, I pretty much play any game that comes out other than sports games, so I'm always on the lookout for more games to add to our stream list here. Let me switch our category right now because we are now in the just chatting. Maybe it's correct on the actual stream. But we will fix it here really quick. Yeah, we've had a few technical issues getting up and streaming this morning. Just me kind of being a perfectionist at some of the graphics and things like that. As always, as you're doing these streams, I'm not happy with where that Game Dev Peon logo is right now, but we're gonna save that for later. Today we're just gonna kind of look at some headlines together. This will be kind of evolve as it goes. This is usually one of the first things I do in the morning. I usually see if there's any big news in the industry. A lot of times recently that really hasn't been a happy thing to wake up to, just with all the layoffs and everything like that. I do think, I'm hoping anyways, that 2025 is going to be a little bit better in that regard. I know that I've personally been affected by layoffs within the last year. I'm currently gamefully employed in the game industry, working art management, but I did hit one of the layoffs at NetEase Japan. I barely dodged the Ubisoft Osaka layoff that just happened. I was there for about 3 years as a senior art lead for Xdefiant, Ubisoft Osaka, and I left for entirely different reasons. I enjoyed working with that team quite a bit, but I had a kind of an offer I couldn't refuse, I felt, from NetEase, so I left Ubisoft in would have been about 2 years ago or so, after staying there for 3 years, and then took on a job with NetEase Japan, ADC in particular, the group that they have inside, which is supposed to be their art-focused group. Sounded like a really nice opportunity. Before we get into headlines here, we'll just talk a little bit about what we're doing in Japan here and what we want to do with this show. So yeah, I quit the job that brought me over here in 2020, right at the beginning of the pandemic with Ubisoft, to move to NetEase, also a remote work. They were based out of Tokyo, but I'm working here in Osaka the whole time. Did take quite a few trips to Tokyo, back and forth, just to meet the team out there at NetEase. But yeah, the big promise was that I was going to be working with some top developers in the Japanese game industry, which is something that would have been new for me, and it was new for me. Got to work with some really big names, mainly from the Devil May Cry team and the Biohazard team, former Capcom people that NetEase had given a studio to over here in Japan. AAA project, that's all that's been announced so far. GP Track 50 is the name of the company that Kobayashi is running. I was a big part of that project when it was getting off the ground. But yeah, that's probably one that we really can't get into much, just because everything is all unannounced. Maybe when some headlines and stuff come out about the game that I was working on there, the AAA project, we'll take a look at some of the headlines and see how they're doing. but yeah, as I mentioned, the I left Ubisoft just because the offer was just too good from NetEase. Really life-changing kind of money, and I took the bait for that. And yeah, I also paid the price for it because about a year and a half later, um, I was laid off. Well, in Japan, it's not so simple. That's one of the main reasons I came to Japan, actually. Uh, Over here, we have a lot of more worker protection than we do in America. It's not just as simple as telling somebody that you're tired of having their team around and just closing shop and giving everybody their walking papers like they do in America. There has to be a real financial reason for the company to make layoffs, or the Japanese workers are protected. And being in Japan, as with a proper visa, I do fall under that category. So yeah, it's more of a we think we don't need your guys' team anymore, and we would like you to quit type of conversation. Sounds very formal, but keep in mind it can get very aggressive. It was not a happy time for me. The whole process took about 6 months before we finally parted ways. But yeah, I feel like in the end I pretty much got what I was after. Still very unhappy about how everything went down, because I did pull a couple, or actually more than a couple, probably about 5 people with me from Ubisoft that I thought were really good employees to have for the NetEase Osaka team. And I did feel kind of bad that they got involved in that as well as a lot of other people in the Tokyo office. But that's kind of just how the times are in the industry right now. It's one of the things that we probably will be touching on quite a bit in these segments in the morning, because it's just one of the things that's on my mind as I wake up, as I think every employed game artist or game industry person is. You wake up and you hope you still have a job. I think I'm at a really stable place right now. As I said, I'm not going into where I'm currently working, just because we have a couple unannounced projects. So even if I told you, there's not much we could talk about. But I'm working with some really awesome people right now that are doing some really amazing things. And once they pop up in our news feeds that we'll be looking at here as announcing stuff, then maybe we'll talk about that a little bit as well. But for the time being, we're going to be focusing on some different stuff. Take one last look here as we before we get into our headlines, what's going on outside. This whole segment is called Coffee Chat, so I will of course be drinking some coffee, but I feel like I'm kind of cheating a little bit today, because I did grab this coffee on the way to dropping off my girlfriend for work in the morning, for school actually, before I had to attend to some work stuff. And it is almost gone, and it's really, really cold right now, but that's not going to stop me from enjoying it. It's turning out to be a really nice day so far, I think. I've got a lot I want to do on the channel today. Yuki's going to be working on those reports still. She's almost at graduation here, and then she also has a part-time job that she goes to at nighttime. So I'm going to kind of have the place to myself for a little while, and get some work done. Not that she really gets in the way of that. I like having her around. She drops by our streams very regularly. Probably less so in these coffee chat ones, just because it's kind of stuff that she might not be too interested at this time. Oh, got a monorail going by there. Yeah, she is also an aspiring game artist. She's learning 3D from me, and I think she's going to be probably taking some online courses sometime in the future. So maybe when she gets some portfolio work done, we'll promote some of that on the channel here, give her a little bit of a bump there. But yeah, she's going to be streaming together. We're going to be playing games, and also I think we might even be building some scenes in Unreal together just for fun. But you never know with that type of stuff, you know. I definitely have a lot of connections in the industry in pretty much all departments. So, you know, if we ever make some stuff that we really feel strongly about, and you know, obviously I'm an environment artist by trade, so that's where I would start. And she's kind of starting in that way too. But you know, once we get some cool environments started, maybe I might hit up some of my buddies that do other work like characters or effects, and see if we might make something together. You never know. Steam is pretty easy barrier to entry for people to launch stuff on, so I'd never rule it out. Or it's entirely possible that we'll just start making some Disney art or something like that too. We're both really big Disney fans, as you can see. I literally wear Mickey Mouse on my chest a lot of days here. Kind of blocked by the mic here, but one of the things I really want to do is just a kind of a passion project for myself. Is I kind of want to recreate a lot of Disneyland in kind of a teeter back and forth. If I want to make it very realistic and, you know, very uncharted levels of like detail, you know, really realistic, or if I want to kind of go in like the Dreamlight Valley direction, but obviously I'd kind of like to go a little higher def than their models. See if I can't find a unique style, maybe get it a little closer to some WoW style, maybe, since I'm playing so much WoW recently. Yeah, just some ideas we're tossing around, but it's 12 p.m. now exactly, so that gives us about 30 minutes of looking at the news, if there's enough news to make that last. Let's drop down our stream music just a little bit here. Okay, and let's take a look at what we got. One of the first things I want to do, just because I've been a long-time fan of this site, is I want to give a shout out to sifted.net. This is kind of the main way that I get my gaming news. It has been ever since its site launch, probably a good 10 years ago or so. It's run by Shane Satterfield. He's if anybody out there is a old times game trailers watcher, he was the guy that did Invisible Walls with Marcus Beer. They originally started the site together. Well, I think Shane started it on his own, and then Marcus came in to do some of the podcasting that they did. Marcus ended up leaving because he had a lot of other stuff going on in his life. But yeah, they've got Matt Kyle, I believe it is, in there, and they do weekly podcasts that are really interesting. They're very long format. They're really up on video production. They're both have a lot of background in that, far more than my 1 week of experience here. They make really cool produced content, and about 3 to 4 hour podcasts sometimes, usually every single week. So definitely check them out. They're on YouTube. You can search them just by looking at sifted.com, but it kind of just takes all of your news feeds from your other sites that you might be looking at, and presents them to you in the morning. So it's kind of like a hub, which is really cool. We're not going to be reading articles verbatim. Probably we're just going to be looking at the main points of things and kind of giving my opinion on things. There is a lot of stuff that I just really don't have opinion on. If it's something that I don't really like to talk about things that I don't know anything about. I am really interested in this Dynasty Warriors game. Kind of pull this up really quick because I haven't seen this yet. And this is what a lot of this show is going to be. It's going to be me doing some discovering myself, because this game did catch my eye as something that I might potentially want to play on stream, which is kind of surprising because I don't really have a big history with the Dynasty Warrior games, but I have played probably 4 or 5 different entries, at least a little bit of them, before I kind of got tired of slashing through a ton of enemies over and over. Where I really got a little bit more invested was the Zelda titles that are basically in the same style, the Musou games. Dynasty Warriors Zelda, basically, although they don't carry the moniker. And then the Dragon Quest versions I was really into. This one really had some cool... the visuals on this is what really piqued my interest. I'll mute the in-game... We'll mute this here. I don't want to just watch the trailer because we've seen this before, but just scanning through looking for some of the gameplay. The gameplay looks a lot more fluid than I'm used to from this series. You know, kind of. I don't know if it's made its way to the West yet, but there's a series here that is really big in manga called Kingdom. Maybe let's see. Let me queue some stuff up on another screen and then pull that in. I've actually started reading through some of it. It's very intimidating though, because there's just so many volumes right now. I think they're probably at about volume 70 or so of the manga. And for any of you that think I may be taking a bit of a sidetrack here, we're definitely going to be talking about a lot of things Japan in this segment, just because we're in Japan and we read a lot of manga ourselves. Yeah, it's basically set in the same era. Here's a picture you can see of how many volumes there are. And that's not even half of them. Probably they go a lot higher. I think, as I said, I think they're up to level 70. But really popular manga here. Really awesome art. It's all set in China, so I think that's been one of the hard things for me trying to read it is all the names. I'm just not really too familiar with the Chinese language, so the names kind of get lost on me and I forget who's who a lot. I've tried reading it in English and I've tried reading it in Japanese, and haven't gotten too far into it, but where I have gotten a little bit ways in is they actually have a full live action TV show, or not TV show, this is convenient here. This is the one we're after. There's two different kingdoms that have TV shows. The Japanese one is just movies. I've seen all three of the movies. No, we don't want to go into that here. Yeah, we're not going to watch Netflix on here, but yeah, this is a poster for it. Some of the action from this, it looks like directly inspired by the Dynasty Warriors stuff that we're seeing in these fights here. It's almost as if they used him as a model. Let's see, let me see on another screen if I can pull up a video of some of the live action footage. Looks like I picked the most boring clip I could to be focusing in here. But as you can see, the animations look a little bit more fluid. It's definitely they're going for a more realistic next-gen look on this than the previous titles that I'd played anywhere. Let me see, live action Kingdom movie. Yeah, I'm trying to think of the best way to do this segment. I think we probably want to be pulling up stuff. I'll be queuing stuff on another screen to kind of pull up and bring to the main screen, just to we're not looking at some of the strange things that the internet will try to throw your way. I don't want to get banned or anything like that. Okay, here's another one with audio, so we'll turn off the audio. Or actually, let's have a little bit of audio for this. Get some of the battling parts. It's a really cool movie series. If you're into those type of things, it looks like there are Japanese subtitles. I don't know why my internet is buckling here. See, our connection is good. Yeah, as you can see here, some of the the combat. Actually, let's turn off the audio. I don't want to get copyright struck for that music there. They have a lot of the attacks though. They seem to where they jumps off of the shield. Yeah, this is one here probably. You'll see. Yeah, where they take a swing and everybody. It's kind of like live action Dynasty Warriors. Not sure what the release schedule like is in America, but we've had 3 movies in Japan here, and we are. I think we're getting our 4th pretty soon. But what do you guys think? Is this something that you guys would like to see on stream? I think it would obviously probably be a short-term game, just because I tend to play these type and finish them off and then call them done. But it's definitely one that I'm interested. Curious what the Metacritic is. Let's see if I can find the Metacritic. I don't know if they've released reviews yet. Metacritic, okay. Oh, generally favorable. Nice. Metacritic is one of those things. It's like a lot of ways I hate Metacritic, just because a lot of times it directly impacts what our bonuses are in the industry. If you're so lucky to be somebody who gets a bonus, it's getting more and more companies don't really give employees bonuses based on performance and such. Only at the higher levels those seem to get handed out. I personally have not really received very much in bonuses. I have received a little bit from Call of Duty, but not anything to talk about really. As in, it's not enough money to even really matter. But yeah, it looks like generally favorable. Wow, 100. Anybody who gives a 100%, I gotta say, I kind of don't trust your review. Okay, these are critic reviews too. Wow, must be a real Chinese history buff or something. Entrancing experience that draws you in and keeps you with a vice grip. I lost count of the nights telling myself, oh, I'm sorry, we've got a package at the door, but my girlfriend will get that, so don't worry about it. If anybody's interested, that's what a Japanese doorbell sounds like. Usually that we have an intercom on the top floor and we have an intercom on the bottom floor, and it's got a little TV screen so we can see who's out there. That's kind of standard in every house here, even like small apartments and stuff. But yeah, wow, yeah, one more battle until it was 4 a.m. Seems like even IGN, yeah, 90. Okay, yeah, I think we will definitely be playing some of this on stream. I've pulled up the Steam page a couple of times because it looks like it's launching on Steam. Probably off camera I'll do a little bit of digging into which is the best version to play. I do have my capture card set up now. If you can see here, we'll switch over to that. Okay. Hello. Hi. We have a guest on stream. Would you like to come over? Oh, this is the second time on stream she surprised me with gifts. She let it slip the other day that this was coming. A lot of times when she gets me presents, she tells me beforehand. Do you want to say hello really quick for the people that don't watch the nighttime segments? I didn't hear. This is my other half. Oh my god, I can't believe this is happening again. This morning when I turned this on, I could not get it to follow my face at all. It's like my own camera doesn't accept me as a human, but for some reason it really likes Yuki a lot. So yeah, Yuki is my other half. Say it here. You have to say it here or they won't be able to hear you.
I'm writing report. I don't like it.
Yeah, she's about to graduate from college, and yeah, she's like a straight A student. There's no doubt about it. I'm gonna have to turn that following off though, because either you're gonna have to come down here where the camera can be on both of us, or okay, that works too. Thank you so much though. That is so awesome. The camera follows her over. This whole room is on stream, so that's not a problem. I have multiple cameras. But the camera's actually trying to follow you out the door. I feel so like hurt, Me and this camera, we haven't been friends for a long time, but let's see, where are we at here? No, it just does not want to listen. I'm gonna have to manually drag it back to me. That doesn't feel very good. I'm still here. Oh, and it passes me right by. Okay. As I put in the description for this episode, this is the debut episode of Coffee Chat. We're starting with a shaky start, just because we're getting started late. But we got a gift from my girlfriend. I guess that was probably what was at the door with the package. It's funny because we were doing some, I think, Disney Speedstorm or World of Warcraft streaming the other night, and or it would have been daytime on when we had the snow day here that we streamed, and same exact thing. I heard the doorbell ring. She got it. This one was a total surprise, though. I had no idea that she had gotten this for me. It's actually from DCA, California Adventure, which we went together. It would have been 2 years ago. But yeah, she has a nice big Starbucks tumbler, and I've been kind of jealous of it for a while, and looks like she's hooked me up with two now. I'm a huge Stitch fan. Sometime I'll show you our downstairs. It's like it almost looks like a Disney store at times. Our whole couch area is themed to specifically Disney animation, and a lot of environment paintings and of different stuff from Disney. But yeah, well, let's not get too sidetracked here. Yeah, so this looks like this is going to be a definite play for me. I'm really interested. I just have to figure out which console I want to be playing on, because we do have the option to play on PS5, Switch, and Xbox Series X on stream now. Although I don't think this is coming to Switch. I would not be playing it on Switch either, though. I'm a big frame rate guy. When I first started streaming, I had my settings up too high, and the frame rate just tanked on our first couple days. And looking back at the old streams, it's hard to watch. Yeah, so it looks like a lot of stuff coming through for Dynasty Warriors Origins, which looks cool. Oh, the face. Yeah, some of the graphics have not held up on that. Yeah, so what else do we got here? Okay, this is an interesting one. Oh, is this out? Oh no, okay, it's because it's a Oblivion remake gameplay updates reportedly leaked. Okay, maybe this is an official one. I know that just recently a fan project was released that was pretty much a full remake of Elder Scrolls Oblivion, but it looks like maybe... See, I'm gonna say sneaking blocking. Sorry, we're having some YouTube issues today. I don't know what's going on with YouTube, but it is chugging today. Our connection looks good, but yeah, we can go on without music for right now. You just have to be soothed to the sound of my voice. There we are. We're back again. Okay, so this looks like an official, a real remake, which I would be interested in playing. I did play Oblivion when it came out on PC. I was really big into, we're going to turn this stream music off if it's not going to behave. Yeah, I did get really into the Elder Scrolls series, of course, with Skyrim, like everybody else. But the one that I spent the most time in was Morrowind back in the day. I really liked the way you could really customize your own dwelling, and you could kind of live wherever you wanted to. Yeah, it looks like a roadmap is leaked of planned games for fully remade with the Unreal 5 engine. Cool. Rework 6 gameplay systems: stamina, sneaking, blocking, archery, hit reaction, and the HUD. Yeah, I can't bring those to memory right off the bat, but even in Skyrim, some of those systems are still not the best. They haven't held up the best, so I'm really curious to see what the next Elder Scrolls game will be. This might actually, if this ends up coming out first, this might be a good tip of the hat of what they're going to be doing with the next Elder Scrolls. So Elder Scrolls games are definitely something that I would be interested in playing on stream. I remember for the original Elder Scrolls, um, not the original Elder Scrolls, but the first one I played, which was Morrowind. Um, I don't know what my problem was, but I was just a crazy kleptomaniac. I would and not just everything. In particular, candles. Anytime there was any candle in anybody's house or any dungeon that I was exploring, I would pocket every single candle that I found. And I can't remember the name of the city, but I picked out a certain house that I really liked in the city. I'm sorry to admit this on stream. This might come back to bite me later, but I murdered the old dude that lived there because he wasn't a active quest giver. He wasn't somebody that was gonna screw me over. So we're gonna say this was an evil character by nature. More than that, though, he just had a really cool house and I wanted it, and he wasn't giving me any quests. So we took his house, we decorated it really cool, and every single time we found a candle, I would just decorate the house with more candles. I took that on to the outside as well. So when I came into the town, one house by the river, it was just glowing, like, you could probably see it from space, the amount of candles that I had around it. And I thought that those type of things were really cool, for a game to let you have that much freedom. Oh, it looks like we've got some, let's see, official trailer, Delta Force. Yeah, Delta Force. That's something that just popped up onto my radar recently. A buddy of mine who pops in the chat quite a bit, Sad Boy. I know him in real life. He's been playing this game quite heavily. Let's take a look at this. I want to see this. It looks like some new maps. Apparently, it's kind of like a Battlefield type game. Let's see if this has any copyrighted music or anything.
Part ways again. When I was last on the front lines, I experienced the same trauma that war brought to you, and I started to understand your concerns. But if we continue to remain silent and allow havoc to develop weapons of great destruction, everything we cherish will be crushed. Our attack is not to conquer, but to defend. To defend our way of life, to defend our values, to
Very
defend
dramatic.
our homes.
Nice environments. Look very similar to some of the Call of Duty environments that I worked on. Liking the scale. Yeah, Sad Boy, he showed me some of the gameplay. He's a streamer too, and he showed me some of his game clips. He's far better at FPSs than I am. But yeah, we actually met in Japan and kind of bonded over our love of FPSs and stuff. And he's been playing this pretty heavily. I think he probably would enjoy playing this. I want to get on stream with him some as well. There's a couple games we've talked about playing together. So he's probably pretty relevant to the channel. Looks really cool. I really love the Battlefield games, especially like 2022? The original, the first time they went future. Battlefield 2 is still my favorite. Played a lot of Battlefield 2 back in the
Allied
day.
forces are attacking objective Charlie 2. Send reinforcements to the objective.
They're really nice maps. They might be using some photogrammetry.
Take this sector now.
Wow. Let's see. I'm gonna see that again. I saw something that really looked like one of the maps I worked on Advanced. Yeah, this one right here. I worked on on Advanced Warfare. There's the room right before you go into the boss, the big bad of that game, and also in real life, it turns out, Kevin Spacey. I made a circular room like this too. It's probably just the circular nature of the room that brought that to mind, but it just by coincidence we did do a lot of yellow piping on that as well. Let me see if I can pull something off screen here. see. See if I can find this quickly, I'll share it. We've got about 5 minutes left, but let's see. I want to pull something up from my own portfolio actually, just because I think I have some of those scenes on hand. Where are we? Let's see. Modern Warfare? No, that was not Modern Warfare. That was Advanced Warfare. I'll bring this on screen. Actually, this is my first time ever showing any of my own work on stream. I'm kind of in between websites right now. I had my own website, I have my own domain, but something got really messed up and everything got lost. So I might be transitioning to ArtStation pretty soon. Yeah, so I've talked to some of my friends that are other streamers, and one of the things they all say is that you have to keep your name anonymous. But my name is already out there quite a bit for the games that I've worked on. So that cat's kind of out of the bag, so I don't mind showing some of this stuff. We'll get to the image in question in a second here, but I do want to highlight this is one that I got away with back when things were a little bit less strict, we'll say, especially when it comes to having to pass all props through legal. But I'm a big fan of Anchorman, and in Anchorman 2, there was a scene where Champ he opened up a kind of like a KFC restaurant where he was cooking live bats, and they had a joke in there where they called bats chicken of the cave. So I had just watched that movie recently, and I ended up putting the flavor for these cans of soup was chicken of the cave stew. So that's a little joke I had myself. This is another one, because we have to come up with all of this text on our own. We pick a font and we go to town. I did come up with this brand on my own. It's called Day Late and an Apple Short Produce. I forget what I said. What does it say on the side there? Because growing stuff is hard. They're very not into because growing stuff is hard. We get there when we can, I think is what it says. So yeah, I don't think they'll be getting a lot of business. Just some more. This is before PBR was a big thing, so a lot of this stuff. I worked on the whole rig here. This is another one of my scenes here. The Lagos, I did pretty much all the props that you see out front, all the staging. Okay, this is the South Korea area. We're not looking this. This is some more of my work. This was an interesting scene to have to do because they looked at the place in Korea and they saw that there's a lot of Japanese restaurants in the area, but a lot of people, they don't know how to distinguish between Korean and Japanese fonts. So I thought it might be kind of confusing to have a Japanese restaurant in a Korean area. Just, it might look like we're tone deaf and just don't know the difference. So I was a little worried about that, but we put it in. We had to consult our Korean staff members. Okay, this is one of the pieces for that room. Yeah, you can see Jonathan Irons, Kevin Spacey's character there. Yeah, this is what brought that to mind here. Let's see if I can pull back up the picture. Yeah, it looks very similar. Especially the yellow bars. I wonder if they looked at our stuff at all on that. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, I'm really interested to try Delta Force though. Maybe I'll hit up Sad Boy. We're on Discord together. He plays that pretty frequently. I think that's probably where we're gonna have to cut it off. As I said, I have a hard stop today, so I'm gonna take us out with a nice view of Japan. Yuki is headed back to the dentist. She just had her two of her wisdom teeth pulled out, and this is kind of like the checkup afterwards to make sure that there's no infection or anything. So yeah, we're gonna call that a day. Let's see, will our stream music cooperate? Yeah, there we go. Okay, we can have some nice stream stream music to take us out. I'm going to be back later today streaming, not sure what yet, but working on getting some more games, some more overlays and stuff done for some other games, so we can not only play World of Warcraft and Disney Speedstorm. But yeah, so this has been our first episode of Coffee Chat. Hopefully it wasn't too rocky. We had some music cutting out here and there. We have some logos in some weird areas, but we did get a gift on stream. That's probably the highlight for me. I got my Stitch Starbucks cup. Really happy about that. So I will see you guys later. I've got to get going. Gonna call this one Work Complete, and I really need to get a soundboard for that so we can get the real orc voice in there. But call that Work Complete today, and I will see you guys later tonight for some streaming. Have a good one. Bye.